In today's video, folks, a double header. From Agricola Street in Halifax, knish with some sour cream, and we're going to Brothers Meats for some cheese pepperoni. Okay, folks, I've got a really good one for you today. And it all started from a comment on my video that I did of the A&W Piri Piri Buddy Burger, the potato burger. Somebody put a comment on there, Timothy, and thanks a lot. I really do appreciate it. Put a comment on there saying I'd much rather have, and I'm not quoting verbatim, I don't have it right in front of me, but it was something like I would prefer a knish with some sour cream. I never heard of a knish before, so I looked it up, and it sounds delicious. It's almost like a pierogi, but it's mashed potato with cheese and then wrapped in a pastry. I had to get that. So I searched Halifax and found a deli on Agricola Street that sells them. So I'm going to go there. It's called Hali Deli. And since it's on Agricola Street, I'm also going to make a stop at a landmark meat shop that's been in Halifax since the 50s. And their product is sold all over Nova Scotia and the Maritimes, Brothers Pepperoni. So we're putting the spotlight, folks, on two local businesses in the Halifax area, both located in Halifax. I'd like to take you with me. Let's go for a ride. There's a little bit of history for you from Halifax. This is called the Armories. That's where all the munition and everything was stored. That goes back to the late 1800s in Halifax, and approaching over there is Halifax Common. We're going to hang a right. Hali Deli's coming up. And there you can see it, folks, Hali Deli. This is a rather old part of the city. These buildings go back more than 100 years, some of them. Stay tuned, we're going in. It's a nice little store in here. Okay, folks, here's what we're dealing with. I asked for a side of sour cream. I've got 3 of these. So these cost, for the 2 of them, they're about $3 something each. With taxes, it comes to $9.17. But they're fairly good size. And look, that looks like it's puff pastry, a nice light pastry, and a cheesy potato filling. Dip those in some sour cream. Very nice customer service in there. It's incredible. I filmed a little bit of the inside, as you saw. Definitely check them out, folks, on Agricola Street. Not far. It's about a couple blocks from Kennard Street or the Common. I'm going in. Okay, folks, here we are. I'm broadcasting in, well, I wouldn't say it's downtown, but it's downtown is about 2 blocks away, further south. I'm on a historic street named after a famous shipbuilder. You guys may have heard of Samuel Cunard. I've always wondered why in Halifax we pronounce the street Kennard Street, not Cunard. But he was famous. Everybody, or maybe many of you, would have heard of the Cunard shipping line. One of the first to go back and forth to the Atlantic, going back when America and Eastern Canada were all part of the British. There were British colonies. So anyway, I'm really excited about trying this, folks. So here's what we're dealing with right here. Doesn't that look incredible? And you have to dip it in some sour cream. I'm going to try a piece first by itself, and then some sour cream, as Timothy suggested. Oh, look at that. Potato in the middle. pastry is really good. Mmm, sour cream, nice dollop on there. Wow. Wow. I've got to figure out, I looked up the recipe to see if I could make this. And the recipe that I got, it had baking powder in it. This looks like it's using puff pastry. That's a game changer. I'm going to make these. I'm going to make these. I need another bite. This is one of the best new food items, or new to me, that I have ever tasted. It is delicious. Sorry, folks, some people right outside my window. These are delicious. I'd encourage you to check out Hali Deli. They're really good. Normally, I'd end this video by taking a bite, but we have another stop to make. We're going to Brothers Pepperoni. Stay tuned, folks. Man, oh man, these are good. I have to have another bite. Okay, folks, here's the next place on Agricola Street. The original Brothers Meats. Pepperoni time. I'm going in. Okay, folks, all of this for $5. Fresh as it gets, right from the factory. Look at this pepperoni with cheese. If you're ever in the Maritimes, particularly in Nova Scotia, you can buy Brothers Pepperoni in all the grocery stores. It is the best pepperoni I have ever tasted, and it is so good. As I said, that smokehouse has been there since the 50s. Let's go in for a taste, folks. Okay, folks, so I gave you the close-up view of the pepperoni from where I was parked on the street, on Agricola Street, but I wanted to come home to show you how I like to eat my pepperoni. So here's a piece that I cut off, and you'll notice that I peeled the skin off of it. So here's a piece with the skin still on it. It's just so much softer with the skin, and when you nuke it in the microwave, you can see that cheese melting out of it. Look. Let's go for a bite. Look at that. This is delicious. I've been eating this since I was a kid. You won't find pepperoni like this, or maybe you will. At least I have never tasted pepperoni as good as this. And I've tried pepperoni all over the place. I love pepperoni. There's something about Brothers Pepperoni and the smokehouse. It's kind of like a cast iron frying pan. You know, you keep using it and all those flavors build up in it. People that use cast iron frying pans will tell you that. You know, you season it, all of the stuff that's cooked in it's baked into the metal that's on it. It's like a smokehouse. This smokehouse, not the electric ones that we use today, the old-fashioned way. So really, really good. Again, it's been here a long, long time. It's a staple in Nova Scotia since the 50s. If you're ever in the Halifax area or in Nova Scotia from the stores, you can buy them in the packages. But if you're ever in Halifax, make sure you make a trip down to Agricola Street and try out the original place that's been there since the 50s and get yourself some fresh pepperoni. You will not be disappointed. So that takes us to the end, folks. This was a spotlight on small businesses on Agricola Street. All started out from somebody asking me or making a comment about a knish, that they would rather have that than that spicy piri piri sandwich. So thanks, Timothy, for inspiring me to find out what a knish is, and then finding a place in Halifax that actually has it, and then realizing, hey, that's on Agricola Street, and so is Brothers Pepperoni. I can do a focus on two businesses in Halifax. So 2 small shops, all in one day, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch this video. I really do appreciate it, and taking this journey with me to Agricola Street in Halifax. If you're new, please have a look at the playlist that should be popping up, and a video that YouTube thinks that you may like. If it is something that you like, then please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you along for the ride. Thanks again, everyone. Jamie, signing off. Oh, this is so good.